Howdy everyone, welcome to this playthrough of Mario Kart. I'm waiting for some pictures from some people to start my new Let's Plays. So I got some minions to be heroes, so just to kill some time, I decided I'd knock this game off of my list of things to do. And before I get into it, I just wanted to show off this thumbnail that I'm going to be using. And basically what I did was, at the top is basically if you select that character, underneath it will be the way that the other racers are listed in the race order. So if you choose Mario, the computer's going to have Donkey Kong in first place, Princess in second place, Yoshi in third, Luigi in fourth, Toad in fifth, Bowser in sixth, and Koopa Trooper in seventh. So we get to see how the computer chooses all its folks. One of the interesting things is the computer will never have Toad be the first place character. You see in the row 1, there's no Toad. Bowser appears twice, but that doesn't mean that Bowser's favored by the computer. To get who was favored by the computer the most, I basically added everybody's points together. So for instance, for Mario, he appears in Luigi's column as second, then at 3, so that's 2 points, then 3 points, then in Yoshi's 5 points because he's 5th place. For Bowser, he's first place, so that's 1 point. Donkey Kong, he's 6th place, and so forth and so on. And I added them all up, and I came up with numbers for every single one of the characters, and obviously the lowest one wins. So the character with the lowest number was the Princess Peach. She's never worse than 5th place. She's never appears in the 6th row or the 7th row. But after that is Mario. Mario has 24 points. Then 3rd place is Donkey Kong Jr. with 26 points. Tied at 4th place is Yoshi and Bowser. 6th place then is Luigi. And then the two smallest racers, Koopa Troopa and Toad, are 7th and 8th respectively. So I started to explain that thumbnail. And now I'm going to get into the actual cups. So I'll be playing at the 150cc difficulty, which is the special difficulty unlocked when you get gold trophies in the 100cc in all the cups there. So welcome everybody to my Let's Play of Super Mario Kart, released in 1992 by Nintendo for the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. I first played this game when I was a kid while visiting Toys R Us. Toys R Us was always a special event growing up, because it was just a massive toy store compared to the smaller KB toy stores that were in the local malls where we grew up. So usually once a year, my folks would go down to Toys R Us to let us look at toys, my brother and I. And we went down that one day, and they had a setup, a Super Nintendo setup there. And this game was set up on the Super Nintendo so you can play it. So my brother and I decided to play the game for a little bit, and we actually enjoyed it. So we ended up getting it for Christmas. Interestingly, the two characters we played with were Koopa Troopa, who I'm using now, and my brother used Toad. So I chose the Koopa Troopa just because I guess, you know, he wasn't special. All the other characters were kind of individuals, where the Koopa Troopa is just like a faceless minion, countless mook, in the Mario Bros. Game. So I was like, I just kind of felt some sympathy for him. So picked him and never looked back. I don't know why my brother chose Toad, but he took Toad. Surprisingly, Toad and the Koopa Troopa basically function the same. In this game, you can't choose the same character if playing 2-player. So if you like Koopa Troopa, you can't, and somebody else takes Koopa Troopa, you can't take Koopa Troopa too. So basically, they have, for all intents and purposes, an equal character. So Koopa Troopa and Toad, Donkey Kong and Bowser are functionally identical. Mario and Luigi are functionally identical, and Yoshi and the Princess are functionally identical. So now the Koopa Troopa and Toad, they have the lowest top speed of all the characters. They have okay acceleration, but their strongest strength is their turning ability. They're really good at turning, so they're easy to control. Donkey Kong and Bowser don't have really good turning, but they're not the worst turning. They have really bad acceleration, but they have the best top speed. So like world records that do, for the game, always use Donkey Kong and Bowser. Mario and Luigi are pretty much all around good. They have decent acceleration, decent top speed, decent handling, and then the Princess and Yoshi, they have like the worst handling in the game. Not super great top speed, but they have the best acceleration. So if you're prone to mess up, they'll get you back into the race real quick. So, but I always found them the hardest to use. So, never really liked them. However, I will show off every one of the characters' ending celebrations. For these first 3 cups, the Mushroom, Flower, and Star, I'll be using the Koopa Troopa. For the special, I'll use Toad, because like I said, they're basically identical. So we'll get to see their celebrations, and then at the end of each of the individual cups, I'll put a certain group. So after the Flower Cup, I'll show you a Mario and Luigi celebration. After the Star Cup, I'll have Yoshi and the Princess. And after the Special Cup, I'll have Bowser and Donkey Kong. So, no special celebrations in this cup though, because we already took a little bit extra time explaining the thumbnail. So, now, speaking of that thumbnail, I talked about how the computer has, depending on who you pick, determines like the order of the characters that they race against you. If you play 2-player, it goes based on who the second player is. So I thought that's important because the computer-controlled characters have items that they can use. We're getting items. Player characters get items by running over the question blocks. But the computer has unlimited items. Each character has certain items unlimited. So Donkey Kong has unlimited bananas that he can throw or drop behind him. Toad and the Princess have those mushrooms. Unlike the mushrooms in the regular Mario Brothers games that make you big, Princess and Toad's mushrooms, if you hit them, they turn you small. If you hit a second, you can see right there on the bottom of the screen that Princess is small. She must have hit a mushroom. When you're small, you go much slower, and if anyone hits you, you get squished. And then it'll take a few seconds until you reform back to regular size. If you hit another mushroom, though, that will turn you back to your big size. So, Princess and Toad can be kind of annoying. Although the most annoying character is Bowser. He throws these fireballs that aren't available in the regular game. And those fireballs, they don't stay stationary, they move back and forth. So they have a pretty big range. They're very difficult to avoid. Koopa, he just throws shells, just like the green shells that you can pick up as a player. Donkey Kong throws the banana peels you can pick up as a player. And Yoshi throws eggs, which are functionally identical to the shells and the shells and the bananas. So there's 2 different types of shells. We have green shells. You can shoot them or lay them behind you. If you shoot them, they just go in a straight line until they hit something and they bounce around. So they just bounce around, causing problems. Red shells, they seek out the character that's directly in front of you. And basically, pretty hard to avoid them. You can try to avoid them if you have a banana peel behind. If you have a banana peel or a shell, a green shell, you can drop it at the last second to block it. Another way you can block a red shell is with the star. That grabs you invincibility, so you can't get hurt by any items that any of the wrestlers throw at you. You'd be able to like run over thwomps like that. Basically, you're invincible. The only thing that stops your invincibility is if like you fall into lava or fall off the track. And that's what Mario and Luigi use when they're controlled by the computer characters. They can use stars whenever they want. So that can be really, really annoying. So we just finished Bowser's castle here. I think these are the worst tracks, the Bowser Castle tracks, because they're always a lot of jumps, fall in the lava, especially at 150cc. You're going really fast. Sometimes you go too fast and you jump too far. There's all those thwomps that block your way. If a thwomp is blocking your way, you just gotta wait until it rises up. And if a thwomp lands on you, it squishes you, and then you be flat for a few seconds, and then you pop back up to normal. But you lose a good bit of time when that happens. So the Bowser Castle's pretty, I think I said the toughest type of tracks. So you have the Mario circuit tracks here. They're usually fairly friendly. So the road conditions are, good terrain. You don't skid on there or slip. You don't lose speed on the concrete here that they're in. Ghost houses are, you saw one of them earlier. They have, they're kind of like the a cross between the Mario circuit and the Bowser Castle, where they have some pits and stuff. Like the Bowser Castle has lava, but at least the terrain isn't slippy. And then the donut plains and those chocolate plains and a few others that we'll see in the next cup. We saw the donut plains earlier. That's like on dirt, so it's really slippy. You don't really get good traction. So we all about ready to finish up. If you get between those two pipes there, you can drop your banana there or a shell, and enemies will run into it. The racers, they have a set kind of pattern they follow. So usually each track has a certain place you can always drop a shell or a banana to cause your opponents to wipe out. But you didn't really need to hear for this one, because I said this is the easiest cup, the Mushroom Cup. And Koopa takes the gold. At 50cc it's just a small little trophy, and 100cc you get a larger trophy, and then at 150cc, the hidden difficulty, we get like a Mario Head trophy. So, well, that's the Mushroom Cup. I'll see you for the Flower Cup in the next episode. Bye!